All she did was show up. She didn't ask for Jesus to approach. She just showed up. It was her habit to keep the Sabbath holy. And so to do that, she shows up. And Jesus noticed. His attention was drawn away from the dogma, the doctrine, the rules of liturgy, the hierarchy of the temple. And he noticed that she showed up. And when Jesus shows up, he notices things. People change, and God is glorified. When Jesus shows up, God gets the credit for being bigger and more powerful than whatever has a person bound. And Jesus notices a woman who just shows up. She comes to praise God in the sanctuary, and she is broke-backed. One might imagine that her praising has so often been shushed that the shushing has had a physical manifestation on her. But she continues to just show up. And Jesus sees her and speaks to her in a way that liberates her. And by so doing, he risks confrontation from other people. He could have just smiled and, made eye contact and a brief and silent blessing, a little nod. And he could have just kept his mouth shut and his hands down. Instead, he saw and he spoke up and he got close. He touched her and freed her, and she praised God. One would think that the natural inclination for this excitement and praise and gratitude would have been an infectious joy in the room. But instead, some authority figure cuts her short, shushes her praising with a recitation of the rules about when and where and how this sort of thing should be happening. Not now, not here, not this way, some other time, some other place, some other way, some other person, some other race, some other language, some other gender, some other marital status. But you're too loud or you're too quiet. You smile too much or not enough. There's something else more important we should be doing first. Someone else, some other cause that should be addressed first before we get to you. The bad news is that authority figures like that still work hard to silence those who maybe bend a knee. Those who want everyone, not just a few, to live the fullness of life. But there's good news. The good news is that so many are showing up and speaking up. So many are touched by Jesus, who notices when we speak up for climate change, for an end to racism, bigotry, and sexism, for welcoming of immigrants, for full sacramental inclusion of everyone, women, LGBTQ folks, married people, for God's invitation to strengthen your drooping hands and your weak knees, for God's call to make straight paths for your feet. The good news is that so many are rejoicing at the marvels Jesus is accomplishing. Before I turn it over to all of you good people to speak up about your reflections, I want to give. I watched a wonderful sermon, and I can send you the link to it, by Reverend Raquel Letzum. Her sermon is over an hour long. And if you watch it, you'll be inspired, and also you'll see much of what I reflected on in there. But all are welcome to join and share your reflections on the readings.